Morning, everybody. We are getting ready to head down to North Carolina to go do an on-site with a church that reached out to me. I am getting prepared, getting ready to get up out of here, make sure I have all my stuff that I need with me. And then I'm going to pick up my intern, and we're getting ready to hit the road and take y'all along with me in what we do for an on-site. So let's go. Alright folks, we are here. You see we got Eugene in the background. He's back here again. We're down here with Old Landmark New Birth Ministries down here in Roanoke Rapids. We're going to be doing an on-site and seeing what we can do to help them modernize their media ministry. And you know, I'm actually bringing Eugene because this is going to be, because we've ran into too many issues before where we just don't do an on-site and we got to inspect to see what things are going to be, attic, roof, all this other stuff like that. If we have to pull cable, do anything like that, we want to get a good lay of the land. And I want to actually show Eugene what I'm looking for when we go into doing some stuff like that. So we're early because early is on time. We don't get here the time we need to. We get here early. So we're just waiting for some folks to get here, and then we don and clear masks, and we'll be getting inside here and help out some folks. The main thing is just we need to see, like, is there, since these are supporting walls, what's in over top of here? Can it be clear? If not, you know, bust a, drill a hole through there, maybe a 1 inch to run everything through. You got to seal it with fire retardant if that's a firewall from there, so that maintain that. But I mean, honestly, just like we did at the other one, we would just bundle all the cables and just split them off here. 2 cables will run back in here. That one is easy because everything is right there, maybe like 15 feet. So you're running 1 cable down the center into the fellowship, and then the other 2 are coming back here. So that's really straightforward. And then since the network is here, we would just run, I personally would run maybe 4 cables from here and just extend them and put a switch up there to the media booth. So even only 1 would be used. You know, you do stuff like this, you always want to pull multiple, have more than you need, so that if anything.
We are in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. This is New Birth Ministries of Roanoke Rapids, and we're a ministry that we're looking to expand. I found AJ on his YouTube channel, just scrolling, and decided to connect with him. I was so grateful when he contacted me back. Let me tell you guys, it is so rare to be able to find someone with talent to do media upgrade ministry and even media start ministry in churches, especially in this area. So it was a blessing and such a great honor to be able to find him, and he accepted the consult to come. So I am grateful, and I encourage you to do the same. I thought the quote was going to be blown out of the water, and it was more reasonable than what I thought. So look him up.
Now, I guess my question is, because even it is going into November,
Yes.
and there's still churches
Yes.
that are not doing anything because they think this whole thing is going to end tomorrow. What are your thoughts about that? Because again, I could easily say it, but I know people go,
Yes.
well, you have a reason to say that, AJ. I'm asking pastors. What
Yes.
are your thoughts on your peers?
Well, we thought the same thing, and honestly, just from reading the news, this is coming another spike for the fall winter time. And if our mission is to be able to get the word of God out as He instructed us to do, we have to do this because it's all about souls at the end of the day. And this is the technology that God is giving churches this hour. So we have to embrace it and change our mindset of thinking to be able to reach souls, not according to what we think, but of what God is bringing out in this generation to do.
Well, thank you.
All
All right. So you got anything to say, Eugene?
You took the words out of my mouth.
All right, folks, so we've already get on the road. We're going to throw this estimate together, help them out, and then see where we go. And like I said, what I'm doing with them is give them an estimate. If they decide to go with me, that's great. If they don't, that's great too, because it's all about the mission.
Yeah.
And at least they have a list to where if they go talk to somebody else, at least they have a starting plan of what they need to do to move to that next direction. So let's get on the road, get some chow, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right, we're back in the Wi-Fi adapter for the computer that's going to New Jersey. Yeah, that's it. That came in. This was the replacement. The other one is still coming in, which I'm going to return unless I have a use for it. I don't believe I do. We're going to put this in here. The other system is still hung up for whatever reason with the post office, the other computer that's from New York. Don't know what's going on with that. Worst case scenario, I would just buy the other part that's needed. So kind of like how I did with this, but they're all back ordered. So unfortunately, even if I ordered something else, it's gonna take a while for it to get here. So I'm just gonna have to be patient with that. Worst case scenario, I might just have to bite the bullet and send the processor that's really meant for another church, send that with this system. So it's done, they're out of the way. They got an extra boost of performance for no extra cost. And then I'm just gonna have to order another one again for this computer whenever it comes in from New York. So we'll see. Let's knock this out. I need to do the estimate for the church we just came from. I'll walk you through that and then we go from there. Alrighty, folks. So after us having our trip down to Roanoke Rapids, I want to walk through the design of what we're going to do to try and put this together. So let's go ahead and cut over to the computer. All right, I am here, and what we're gonna do is actually, let me move myself up here in this corner right here. All right, so what we're gonna do is just make a blank design, obviously. All right, so let's go over here, and now I'm not gonna draw, well, I guess I could design the whole sanctuary. It's not that big of a deal. All right, so the idea is we're going to do a 75-inch TV. So let's do TV. And I don't like how they have it designed like this, but we'll just use this. So we'll say we're going to put this on center because they have a projector that was already doing that. So we're just going to, instead of doing two TVs on the front, we're just going to put a big 75-inch right there in the center where the projector was projecting already, so everybody's already used to it being right there. And then we're gonna have another TV that's gonna go here in the back, which I think we're eyeing for a 65 or 55, most likely a 55. And then another one right over here against the wall somewhere. So this wall, it looks like it's plaster. I don't think it's asbestos we have to worry about or anything like that, but we are going to be careful about that. Let's get another box here, and we'll just call this is the A10 Mini Pro. And it's going to reside inside the booth. And we're going to get a camera. This will be the V770 or equivalent, something like that, which will be lined up in the back. And we're probably going to put a jack on the wall for this to make this a lot easier. And I forgot, we have one more TV. This is going to be one that just sits on the desk back here. All right. So what we need to do is, we obviously, because of these runs and stability, we're going to have everything on SDI. So we need to have SDI to HDMI converters for each one of these. I'll make that a little bit smaller. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on this TV, here, here, and we need an SDI to HDMI because of the camera. All right, and then we're actually going to do, did I leave this out? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't put it right here. Yeah, and that for that one. Now we're going to need the exact same thing, but excuse me, not the same thing. We need a reverse of that. So that's going to be HDMI to SDI. And this is going to be for the camera and for the ATEM. So this is going to be for our camera, and then this is going to be for the HDMI out from the ATEM. All right, so we're going to run a channel through the ceiling. Hopefully it's clear enough for us to do this. I believe it should be. And oh, we also need to have a SDI splitter. All right. So let's go ahead and maybe I need to flip this around to make it a little bit easier for everybody to see, to run all this. All right. So let me speed this up, and we're going to design how these cables are going to work. All right, so we got this so far, really straightforward. So let's walk through it again. The camera is going to go from HDMI to SDI, which I didn't put the link to that. HDMI to SDI, SDI goes to here, to an SDI to HDMI converter, then plugs directly into the ATEM Mini Pro. Now they have a laptop, and we're going to have that connected to HDMI inside of it. So if they decide to use Worship Stream or something like that, they can do that. I think the HDMI, I thought I saw HDMI output on the laptop. If not, they're gonna have to upgrade the laptop. They did say it was old, so you know, that is an option that they may need to do. So all we're gonna have is one camera coming, one camera coming in and the laptop coming in, so we still have two outputs if need be. But the HDMI out is going to go and feed all of the monitors by leveraging an SDI splitter. Now the other thing is their modem is in the back here, so I'll just use this modem one here. It's back here, and that's a very huge modem. So what we're going to do is run maybe 3 cables. I could do just a switch up there, and honestly I might still do that. Yeah, let's actually do that. So I'm gonna place a switch up here, because really what I wanted to do is actually put these in wall jacks so they can just plug in there. That's what I wanted to do, but it all depends. I'm just gonna set this over here so it's kind of easy to get to. So we're gonna run at least 2 cables in this direction. Whatever. It's going to be 2 cables here, and let's change the color here. And those are going to feed into that. Again, I still may just run 2 cables and put a wall jack like I've done before to where they're just there and you just plug in. So right now you have the laptop that's going to plug in. You have the AJay Mini Pro that's going to plug in, because the AJay Mini Pro is going to be what's handling the live stream. No computer needed. The laptop is just going to run the software, which all it needs to be able to do is copy over the stream key and tell you where it's going to go to stream to. That's all that's needed. Now, I did tell them there were other options, but this is the easiest phase for them to do for this. So this is going to be really straightforward. Thankfully, there's a drop ceiling in here, so it's not like a lot has to be done as in construction. Hopefully, the only thing I'm really concerned about is the age of the building. If there's asbestos, something like that, definitely need to avoid that. Also, if we just need to see, is there a separation in the ceiling between those walls? Do we need to cut through that? Do we need to do some type of fire retardant foam to seal up whatever holes that we do? Again, not that really big of a deal. I mean, the hole you're talking about is maybe the size of a dime, which we really only need 1 cable to go through, and that's going to be for the fellowship hall, and then that's going to be for that back office, and that's it. Everything else is just going to be in the ceilings. So I think this will be really straightforward. We just need to hear what they're going to do and what direction they want to go, and we'll find out pretty soon. All right, folks, so I already sent out the estimate of what I'm going to do for New Birth, their ministry. Honestly, I think once I got back here and got my daughter, we had some pizza, I passed out, we had some movie time, and that's about it. So right now, I am just finishing up the video for the teleprompter hack that I did. And then, what else did we do? I sent out the estimate, I think I just said that. Getting prepared to play tomorrow. I ordered there's the field monitor that I have right here, which is actually, I said it wrong, it was a 7-inch. I ended up ordering a 9-inch monitor that should fill up that entire screen. It's actually on sale for like $80. So, and it's nothing but like a portable monitor similar to the one that I used to have. So that will go there. That should fill up the whole screen. The whole process should be still exactly the same. So I think that's good. We're just putting a bigger monitor there. And that one also is USB powered. So I don't have to worry about this long cable that I have for powering it. I can just run this extra USB-C cable to that into my TP-Link Smart outlet that has USB powered there. Boom, that saves us there. I think that's about it. I've had a bunch of emails that I need to catch up on. I have a couple of websites I need to update. Finish up this last website that I was working on for a friend. Finish that up. Got church tomorrow. Pay a couple of bills. And then we'll see what we get into after that. So anyway, thank y'all so much for y'all who've been catching up my vlogs. I really appreciate it. Just kind of showing y'all what we do on a day-to-day basis, whether it be for my media ministry or other media ministries. And I think that's about it. I had a bunch of people who've contacted me. Like I said in the email, I need to follow back up with them. I need to finish a class that I'm taking that I've been dragging out a lot longer than I should. But the good thing is it's almost 10 o'clock. The little one is already in bed. All of my work is done, so this is going to be study time. I actually need to put it in my calendar that everything that I do shuts off at 10:30 so that I can work on me. So this is where I study and all this other stuff like that. So I need to set aside a dedicated time every single day so that I don't work myself into a tizzy and get back to having more healthier sleeping habits than I normally have. But anyway, folks, we will catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. Later.